Beatin the House is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Experience a new way to play daily fantasy sports and esports on Thrive Fantasy. Choose your lineup of over-unders for top-tier athletes that have the biggest impact on the game. The more points the selection is worth, the riskier it is. Rack up the most points and win a share of the prize pool. Thrive Fantasy has contests for traditional sports including the NFL, NBA, MLB, and the PGA, as well as esport titles like Counter-Strike, League of Legends, and Valorant. Visit the prop lobby and build your entry of 2, 3, or 4-player predictions. Choose correctly and you could win big. Sign up with Thrive Fantasy today with promo code PIKE, and Thrive Fantasy will match your first deposit of $25 or more up to $250. That's promo code PIKE for a first deposit match up to $250. Come and prop up today with Thrive Fantasy. Terms and conditions apply. Must be at least 18 years old and in the United States to play. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Welcome to another edition of Beatin the House. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're going to be crisscrossing the country, the North America, sometimes even the world. As a matter of fact, this week we will be crossing all over the world.
Really? Okay.
To discuss some of the latest jackpots in the casino and lottery industries. If it's $100,000 or more, we will be talking about it on this show. Press releases, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Please keep those coming in. We love hearing from everybody out there. This is the last show of the year for us.
Yeah, a lot of jackpots we talked about.
A lot of jackpots all through the year. Saw a lot of new games introduced. Yeah, hope to see a hell of a lot more games being introduced in the new year.
Yeah, well, actually, you were doing something on the blog about slots, right? About the Christmas slots.
I've been doing
holiday slots, I should call it.
So. Well, when this airs, it'll be after Christmas.
So yeah,
the 12 days of Slotsmas has ended.
I wonder how long they're going to keep the holiday slots on the online.
Oh, they're
casinos.
on year round. They're on year round.
Really? I can play a Christmas slot in the summertime. Really?
The
I didn't even know
games
that.
are still up there. The Halloween games are still up
really?
there.
Okay.
The St. Patrick's Days.
I see. I thought they were for a limited time.
Oh no,
okay.
No.
All right.
What the casinos do for a limited time, the online casinos anyway, what they do is they create a special heading on their menu bar that says holiday theme. It has a holiday theme name on it.
See, I'm lazy. When say we just got done with Christmas and they had all their Christmas slots, when I log into the online casino, they're all up there at the top. So, I don't have to go searching around. They're the first slot machines that I see online.
The most recently played, yeah.
So, well, not recently played. They're just there on the homepage because they're holiday slots.
Oh, you mean the featured games?
Yeah, they're the featured games. So I don't have to go searching around for them. I just assume when they're taken off, they're kind of taken off the site, but I guess not.
No,
so,
they're year round. So.
So if you enjoy a holiday slot, it's probably still on the site. Okay, that's good to know. That's a good tip.
If Santa and his elves are paying out during Christmas, they may still pay out after Christmas.
So if I want to play a Halloween themed game, I can
play them now.
Wow, okay.
Matter of fact, one of the best ones still out there is Sleepy Hollow.
All right, well, I'll check that out. I didn't know that.
Yes.
So
back to Beatin the House, we have. Starting off, we're going out to Vegas.
All right.
We haven't done the Venetian too often. So we're going to be talking about what better way to break in a new high-limit gaming lounge than to give out $1 million.
Wow, okay.
They didn't give it out. Someone won it. Let me rephrase that. Giving it out is probably the worst way to do that.
So they just opened up the lounge recently.
It's a recently opened high-limit gaming lounge at the Venetian on the Palazzo Casino floor.
Oh, okay.
We have Scott Richter playing Dragon Link, and the reason I'm giving his last name out will become apparent in a second.
All right.
Scott Richter was playing Dragon Link, game by Aristocrat Gaming. He was doing $250 a bet.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and he won the grand jackpot of $1,081,106.
Wow, that's a good investment.
Yes.
That's a little out of my betting range for slot machines, but good for him.
Well,
paid
this is a great investment for Scott because he's also what's known as a gaming and slot influencer.
Oh, wow. I can't wait for that video, huh?
And his nickname, oddly enough, is The Big Jackpot.
Wow, that's nice.
So we should be seeing the video for this on his channel at some point. So please, if you want, take a look at The Big Jackpot. I've never seen his channel myself, but congratulations to Scott. That's great work on his part.
I love his nickname. I love it. You should trademark that or something,
Well, we're going to be leaving Nevada. We're going up to California. We're going to Sacramento County. We've got Sky River Casino giving out 2 $500,000 jackpots this week.
2, huh?
2.
All right.
We have a first-time visitor from San Joaquin County going to the casino, Sky River, which is in Elk Grove, California, Sacramento County. Won the progressive jackpot playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em. Mm-hmm. That person hit for $538,993. We have a returning guest a day or so after that, winning $534,121 playing face-up Pai Gow poker.
Wow,
another Pai Gow poker variant, the face-up Pai Gow poker.
I guess there was a side bet involved. There's always a side bet
no
involved.
Word on what he wanted on. No word on what he wanted on. But again, it's just face-up. It's not Pai Gow poker. It's just face-up Pai Gow poker.
Okay, all right.
So there had to have been a progressive involved with some of these too.
I would think so.
Well, the progressive jackpot on Ultimate Texas Hold'em. I wonder if they have the linked games.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it in California.
I don't know how Sky River does it. Everyone does it differently, but Sky River may have a linked jackpot.
Yeah, if anyone knows, give us an email.
Exactly. info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Send it over to us. We're going to go from California now. We're going to Louisiana. We're going to the Delta Downs Racetrack Casino Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Now, the Delta Downs Racetrack Casino is also home to a 3/4-mile horse track.
I got the racetrack part of it. I kind of figured that
15,000 square feet of gaming space, 1,500 gaming machines. And like I said, it's open.
Wow, that's pretty good size.
It's a 3/4-mile horse track race. It's open 24 hours every day. One of the few in that area that are open 24 hours, racinos anyway.
Good to know.
Yes. We have a lucky guest from Texas in Louisiana. Mark is a Boyd's Rewards member.
Okay.
Boyd is the owner of Delta Downs, by the way, since we're using a Boyd Rewards member here.
Boyd Gaming.
He was, and according to the press release, full of holiday cheer. He spun he was playing Lock It Link Huff and Puff game. Now we talked about Huff and
We've
Puff
heard
on
that before,
the Jersey Jackpot
there was
rundown.
Huff and Puff, and then there's something called Huff and More Puff. Is that right?
This is Huff and Puff, the original game.
Oh, the original.
Yes,
classic.
He was playing
Huff
the
and Puff
10-cent machine.
Okay.
No word on what the actual size of the bet was, but they said it was the 10-cent
10
machine.
Okay.
He won $135,000, $20, 66 cents.
Wow, nice.
Yes, and actually they seem to pay out an awful lot to Texas visitors because not too long ago, back in November, another Texan was visiting the casino and won $664,000 playing Aristocrats Buffalo Grand.
You know, we're saying Texans. It might not be that far away, depending on where in Texas are they from. I mean, if they're on the eastern side of Texas, it's probably not a long commute to Delta Downs.
I'm just pointing out the fact that with Texas still fighting casino expansion, this money could be going into Texas, not to Louisiana.
Sure.
But we have Delta Downs benefiting from that. That $664,000 was won on a $3.75 bet.
Nice.
No word on what Mark bet, like I said. We've got a couple lottery stories this week. A couple interesting ones. We've got the California Lottery announced that a sky cap from the San Francisco airport was on his lunch break, and he bought his usual $30 Set for Life game.
Okay.
Now he's been doing.
So was this in the airport? Was this like a store in the airport, or
he bought it at the? And let me get it for you here. He bought it at the local liquor store off the grounds of the airport. He was on his lunch break.
Oh, okay.
He's a sky cap, which is a porter at the airport.
Sure.
He played the $30 Set for Life game. He's been playing this. This is habit for him.
Good.
He goes on his lunch break. He buys the ticket. This time, a little different result. He won $20 million.
Wow.
Yes.
So he's set for life.
He's set for life.
There you go. Set for life. The name of the game and what you are now.
Exactly. So, he didn't even think about winning it. He said he was doing this out of habit. He does it. He gets his lunch. He gets whatever else he gets at the liquor store.
Good for him.
And he buys the ticket. So he had actually won $1,000 previously.
Nice.
Now he's a $20 million.
Yeah,
and
nice.
the liquor store gets $100,000.
That's even great for the liquor store.
Keeps the liquor store going.
Sure.
Going out to Colorado now. We have the Colorado Lottery. Actually, we have Lotto.com talking about their game, Monopoly 500 times scratch ticket, through the Colorado Lottery. Kind of confusing, I know.
Well, I'm just curious. I know there are slot machines and other games, and I wonder how many games there are with the title Monopoly. I mean, it seems like every time we're talking about a game, it's called Monopoly.
We always have a Monopoly game.
It's something Monopoly. I know the big slot machines are Monopoly, and so we live in New Jersey. Monopoly is based in Atlantic City, so Monopoly's everywhere.
Now, while this person was in Colorado,
so this was a scratch ticket. Now
this is through the Colorado Lottery. It's a digital scratch ticket.
Oh,
basically an instant game.
Okay.
The Colorado Lottery, but they purchased it through Lotto.com.
Okay.
So winning ticket went to a player from Colorado, active user on the platform, Lotto.com. Used it by different tickets, participate in various games, bought the Monopoly 500X game, 500 times game, whatever, however you want to say it. This is only a couple of months after the game was just introduced.
Okay.
This person won $3 million.
Jeez.
Top prize.
So technically that's called a digital scratch game?
Yes, digital scratch.
Okay.
And you want to know how active the lottery commissions are with this?
Okay.
2 minutes after she won, she got a call saying she won.
Got a phone call.
Confirming the call, confirming the win.
Not a text, not an email. She got a phone call.
She got a phone call.
All right.
Phone call from the company only 2 minutes after the draw happened. And the agents on the line confirmed that company representatives were already traveling to her place.
Wow.
To take the physical ticket from her, because it's also a physical ticket, but it's a digital draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And they were going to confirm the win in person as well and take the actual ticket from her.
That's efficiency.
Yes. Well, let me tell you something. It's
pretty
very interesting
impressive.
seeing how these lottery
It's probably overwhelming for the winner. I mean, it's just this flurry of activity. I mean, you're caught up in the win and you're excited about the win. Then all of a sudden, phone calls and people are coming to your place, huh?
Well, I got to get the clip from Night of the Living Dead. We're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yeah.
That's basically what they did. They called up and said they're coming to get the ticket.
We're coming over.
Yes.
So.
It's kind of interesting seeing how these games are evolving. You can actually buy a digital draw game in a retail store, as well as going through online.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird.
I guess so.
I guess when you
I guess they have all the person's information online when you sign up at Lotto.com. So they have your phone number, they have your address, and they know where you are.
If it's through your account through Lotto.com, they got everything.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, but it's kind of interesting that a physical. I wonder if this was a printed out ticket. It doesn't say if she bought it at a store. She bought it through Lotto.com, but doesn't say where the printout.
I'm shocked they called. I'm shocked they went over like within minutes.
I'm shocked they need to go get the physical ticket from her instead of pulling it out of her account.
Well, I think Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
I think they probably do everything. I mean,
Well, we'll see. Anyway, right now we're going to go around the world here. We got two non-North American stories. We've got the Chinese lottery. I don't think we've ever done a Chinese lottery story.
Okay.
I wish I had a formal name for this, but all I could say is Chinese lottery. All the articles I've read on this, besides the press releases, did not say anything about Colorado, what the name of the Chinese lottery was.
Okay.
We have, I almost said Colorado.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Colorado.
Don't listen to me, folks.
Wow.
I'm only just doing the stories here.
Oh, wow.
We have a Chinese man putting all his eggs in the same basket, buying over 50,000 lottery tickets and playing the same number on all of them.
Wow.
50,000 lottery tickets.
Oh, my God. What an investment.
I
would think it would. I don't know what the price of this lottery is, but 50,000 lottery tickets is...
He went around all the different stores in the province, the Nanchang province.
Okay.
And bought all the available Happy 8 tickets.
All right.
And then he put the same numbers on all of them.
Okay.
40, 41... 40, 41, 42, 44, 63, 64, and 65.
Wow.
Those were the numbers on all 50,000 tickets.
That seems to be a strategy for a lot of people, buying a bunch of lottery tickets with the same numbers on it. So I guess it works. So it might be an interesting strategy.
Here's the interesting part of this. Not a single jackpot in any of this.
Okay.
He won all the second prizes.
Oh, okay. So
the equivalent of $628 on each ticket. Multiply that by 50,000 times.
Wow.
He ended up with around $30 million US.
Wow. Okay.
Didn't win a single top prize. He won the second prize.
So what he won was the accumulation of a second tier win. So which Wow. Okay.
Well, when you buy 50,000 tickets, that adds up.
Good for him, I guess.
Well, you know when you hit.
What made him? I guess that's a good investment.
He is known for doing this, according to all the reports.
Well, it works.
Yeah.
I guess it works.
He has done this in the past several times.
The thing is, I'm curious to see how many other people do it now. They see it works, so
Well, he's a bulk.
It's good for the lottery company there, or whatever. I don't know what they have there. Yeah. But I'm sure people are going to be buying lots of tickets now.
Well, hey, it's an interesting strategy. People do it here in the United States too, where they buy X number of tickets and play the same numbers on that. I've never heard 50,000 either. So, but we don't know how much the tickets were either.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they could be like 10-cent tickets in U.S. dollars.
I don't know.
Going to leave China. We're going to Australia now.
All right.
And this is the Australian lottery called The Lott.
The
L-O-T-T.
The Lott.
Yes. Okay. And what better way to open a brand new bar in Australia than to give out $1 million jackpot?
Wow. Okay. So what? I guess it sounds like Massachusetts, where bars and restaurants are allowed to do lottery tickets and Keno and things like that. Okay.
Exactly.
So Australia has. You could buy your ticket in whatever. Okay. In the restaurant or a bar or whatever the hell this is.
A pub.
A pub.
They call it a club, but it's actually
club?
a pub. It's
Okay.
a tavern.
Whatever.
Twin Towns Juniors, which is over in New South Wales.
All right.
It's also the resident is a local too.
Good.
So he's from.
It's always good when locals win.
He's from a town called Tweedheads.
Tweedheads. Okay.
Tweed.
All right.
It's actually a coastal town, the mouth of the Tweed River.
Oh,
so
okay.
Tweedheads.
The head of the Tweed River.
Exactly.
Which makes sense.
So he was there at the opening day of this club. I'll call it what they're called.
Call it a pub.
He was eating lunch.
All right.
Playing Keno.
It's Keno. Okay, there you go.
Matter of fact, he was playing Keno Classic 10 Spot,
Whatever
which is what that game is
okay.
for the Australian lottery. First day the club was open. He's sitting around eating his lunch. He hears everybody cheering in the pub. Mm-hmm. He didn't know what was going on. He looked up. Somebody hit $1,779,864 on the Keno Classic 10 Spot game.
Wow.
He looked up and said, "I just wish it was me."
Wow.
Went home.
And it was him.
Looked at his ticket.
Okay.
It was him. He had no idea he was sitting there for the entire time he was eating lunch that he had won the $1.7 million.
That kind of thing probably worked out for him, because if he jumped up and said, "Hey, I got the ticket," or something like that, would have been a whole kind of situation there. I would think. I don't know, but it actually worked out well. He left and he found out alone, and so that was probably worked out the best for him. Good for him.
Normally, you hear stories of people sitting there knowing they won and didn't say anything because they didn't want to cause a stir. This guy didn't even think he won. He was like, "I wish I had won something like that." So kind of interesting story for that one. But congratulations to Twin Towns Juniors on your opening day, giving out $1.7 million.
See, that's good for the bar too, because what publicity they're getting around the country and around the world.
That's it for this week's Beatin the House. Press releases, info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Congratulations to all the winners we talked about in the show here, as well as all the winners out there that we didn't talk about. There's plenty more. We just do $100,000 or more on this show, but there are plenty of winners out there, so congratulations to everybody, and we'll see you next week.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.